What is going on, my beautiful brothers and sisters? I'm about to head out to work, but you already know what time it is. I'm going to show you what I rolled today for my astrology dice. Like I said, I've been doing this probably at this point almost for 2 weeks, and it's been interesting to see what I roll and what comes up. Y'all ready for this one? All right, guys. We have Venus in Aquarius in the ninth house. That little dot at the bottom means that it's going to be that. You can tell because, yeah, Aquarius, Venus, ninth house. So what does this mean? I'm really even seeing that what I roll, essentially, that energy isn't specific to that day. It just means that that energy may be sort of like a signature or may come up more so that day. So what is Venus and Aquarius in the ninth house? This is exactly what's going on. This is our belief of how social media should be. If you really think about it, because Aquarius is the masses, it's technology, it's electricity, it is these social systems. And then you have Venus, which is the sign of relationships. A lot of people like to see Venus, she's the planet of love, but it's really about relating and how we receive things. And another way you can see Aquarius as is information. So how are we receiving information, and what do we believe about the information that we are receiving? Through these various media platforms, because this is the ninth house. Guess what's in the ninth house though, guys? The south node. So this is definitely rife. This energy is rife for people getting kind of whisked away by whatever media, economic, political, religious ideology that they want to get swept away by. And we have to be careful. We have to be careful about this, because the people that we think are going to lend a hand to us and let us onto their raft are actually the people that allow this dam to break in the first place. All right. Now, we all have a part in this, and I think there's a level of personal responsibility that comes from what's going on in the world right now. We have to take personal responsibility, but there are, at least in my opinion, people that cause so much socio-economic, cultural change, and they aren't held accountable for it. Venus and Aquarius in the ninth house. This is certainly our relationship when it comes to these larger platforms and social media and stuff, and what we really believe about them. What do we really believe about them? And there's a sense of value here, of course, because Venus does deal with value. So I guess from my perspective about this whole thing that's going on is that regardless of who you feel is right or wrong, or who you think are the good guys and the bad guys, this is setting a dangerous precedent. At least I think it's setting a dangerous precedent. Because at one moment, you could end up being the bad guy. And from your perspective, you'll feel like you didn't really do anything to be the bad guy. I'm telling you guys, the social credit system is coming. It's already here. We just don't have a way to monetize it yet. The only way we can monetize it is by, not supporting someone or deplatforming people or whatever have you. That's the way that we do it. But as far as it being a currency and you being able to actually do something with your social credit, that is coming. And that's what's being discussed, and that's what's being pushed right now. At least that's the way that I feel. And I think the other thing that this comes down to is intuition. Is that you got to understand, with the South Node being in Sagittarius, and think about Sagittarius does rule schooling and education and stuff like that, right? And you got to understand that there's an intuition, there's an inner schooling, there's an inner dialogue, there's these sort of things, there's an inner truth. And we all know that what is happening, regardless if we feel like we were on the winning team or the losing team, we all know that what is happening right now, deep within our intuition, we know that it's not right. We know that it's not right. And some people don't care because their team is perceivably winning. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you this right now, beloved. And if you're watching this channel, you probably are already on this wavelength anyways that I'm on. Otherwise, you wouldn't be attracted to this. So I'm not necessarily talking to you, but maybe talking to the people that you may be associating with, or maybe I am talking to you. But I'm just going to let you know that whether you think you're on the right side of this coin or the winning team, I guarantee you that 99% of you that are watching this aren't even playing that game. You are just a puzzle piece in the game. You're just a piece. They're just a piece. And they take us out every so often. They take us out of the box and they play with us and then they put us back in. I'm going to start showing you on my dice rolls more often. Venus and Aquarius to the 9th house. Social currency, what we believe about social currency, social value, how we're relating to each other, the masses, the influence of these larger groups or these larger entities. What does that actually mean? What is it actually going to do for the normal person, for the everyday person? A lot of people think that they won. They're not even playing the game. They're just a part of it.